Okay. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, this is for God and Mariah. So most of you know that I consider South Africa to be heaven. So welcome to heaven. If you didn't know, it's here. It is very special evening for everyone and especially for me. I was creating this event for years. You know this thing that happens in families. You do something once and thereafter you are stuck with this thing for the rest of your life. You know, so you've got, every family you have the person that solves problems. You have the one that creates problems. You have the one that advise about cars and the one that don't know anything. So for me, it's matchmaking. So I'm the matchmaker in the family. I did it with Gal and Mariah, and now I'm stuck with it. Now, Gal is able, smart, powerful, successful, beautiful, ethical, and most importantly, kind. Or in short, he's a diamond. I knew he will need to look for someone to love that will be at least as perfect as him. But I heard you don't look for love, love finds you. But I realized for love to find you, it needs some help. In this case of Gal and Mariah, I decided to help. To understand how we arrived to now, let's go to before the beginning. I met Patrick, as Patrick was my student. I was super impressed by Patrick. He's a very able person in everything he does. Yes? No problem. Oh, that's much more sexy. I met him for a coaching session, and he told me about his 16-year-old daughter, Mariah, that invented an amazing tool to assist practicing specific cheerleading techniques. Once I met her, it took me a second to understand two very important things. Number one, Patrick is very good in producing super beautiful children. And those children are super smart and wow able. Now, it was only later that I realized it is, well, 90% Molly's fault. When I met Mariah, the most distinct thing about her was her ability to recognize truth. And as I started to be hypnotized by her I recalled a picture I once saw. It was a picture of a flock of fish that all swam in one direction and only one swam the other way. It was a goldfish. And that's exactly the picture I got when I met first Mariah. One different. That goldfish had a very good memory. I immediately decided to call the best fisherman I knew, Gal. Now, what makes Gal the best fisherman is his ability to spot gold fish. Now, spotting gold is a Jewish talent. But in Mariah's case, he was confused. She had all the goldfish characteristics, but had much more. And that never happened with normal goldfish. She's sharp, she's a winner, she's beautiful, she's fast, she's funny, she's able, she's ethical, she's super caring, she's wow. It took Gal a short time to realize that Mariah is not a goldfish. Mariah is pure gold. Once he realized that, it all made sense. Gold and diamonds goes perfectly together. Mariah arrives to visit Cape Town, and needed a place to stay. So Gal gave her the key to his flat, and she opened his heart. And the truth is, she melted me and Aviva's heart too. Since the moment I met her, I had this knowingness that she and Gal are match made in heaven. And all I had to do is get Mariah to visit heaven. Well, I'm the matchmaker, but I don't want you to tell me later that, you have been there. Why didn't you say something before we went into it? So I want to give you some funny but handy advice about marriage. You ready? Okay, number one. I'm sure you have been told that couples needs quality times together. I say no. The more you are together, the higher the chance of fighting. Oh, I see a few men that understand that. Gali, change your apartment. You need a bigger house. So if she's in the kitchen, you will go to the bedroom. And if she's in the lounge, you will go to the kitchen. In that way, you will reach the night without mistakes. And she will not have headaches. And you must learn not to upset her. If she arrives home and starts to talk and talk and talk, never ask her at the end, so what was the point? She has none. She simply accumulated words. And you both must remember that in marriage, like on the road, don't be right, be smart. Jokes aside, the most powerful advice I can give you about marriage is this. Marriage can be defined to be an agreement to love despite all invitation to do otherwise. An agreement to love despite all invitations to do otherwise. That one-sided definition, it applies to each regardless of action or inaction of the other, eliminates the right to find faults and grant the right to find good and only good in your spouse. Marriage is an idea, and like any idea, has no continuation unless it's being recreated. To recreate a marriage, you must make very bold decision. And the decision is you love the person, not the behavior. Gal and Mariah Ahuvim. Ahuvim is, Ahuvim, I love you. You met as two beautiful, powerful, caring people, and today you are one family. And one is something that exists only spiritually, which means that when two people come together, they stop individuating and become one. And one is love. And love is you. And I really love you. Okay, I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now, we have a surprise that they don't know about. Gal and Mariah don't know about this surprise. And for that surprise, I need everyone to go in front of this screen. Everyone stand up, go in front of the screen. Otherwise, you will not see it. Okay, guys, that's something really that came from our two families' heart. Yes, it's from both families.
Her eyes make the stars look like they're not shining. Her hair falls perfectly without her trying. She's so beautiful, and I tell her every day. She won't believe me, and it's so sad to think that she don't see what I see. But every time she asks me, do I look okay? I say, the way you are.
I think you all agree that was completely and utterly heartwarming. So I'd like to thank Meir and Aviva and Patrick and Molly for accumulating all those pictures. and sharing that with us. And Kiana for getting involved.
When I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change, 'cause you're amazing, just the